5 ways insulin resistance impacts your body, the hidden health struggle you need to understand. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, you're eating what you think is healthy, trying to stay active, but somehow your body still feels off? Maybe you notice your energy crashing in the afternoon. Maybe you can't seem to lose weight no matter what you try. Or perhaps you've been told your blood sugar is a little high, but not high enough to be diabetes. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of people, often without realizing it, are living with insulin resistance, a silent condition that quietly affects almost every part of the body. It's not just about sugar or diabetes. It's about energy, hormones, weight, inflammation, and even your mood. So, let's take a gentle but honest look at what's really happening inside your body and how understanding insulin resistance can help you take back control of your health. Grab a cup of tea, take a deep breath, and let's talk about 5 ways insulin resistance impacts your body and what you can do about it. 1. It disrupts how your cells use energy. Think of insulin as a key. Its job is to unlock your cells so that glucose, the sugar from the food you eat, can enter and be used for energy. But when your body becomes resistant to insulin, those locks stop responding properly. The key doesn't fit anymore. So what happens? Your pancreas senses that glucose is still floating around in your bloodstream and works harder, producing more and more insulin. Over time, this leads to chronically high insulin levels, also known as hyperinsulinemia. According to research published in the Journal of Clinical Investigation, insulin resistance is one of the earliest warning signs of metabolic dysfunction. It causes your muscles to use less glucose for fuel, forcing your body to store more of it as fat. That's why you might feel fatigued, sluggish, or foggy-headed. Your body is swimming in energy it can't actually use. Imagine having a full tank of gas, but the engine won't start. Simple takeaway. When your cells stop listening to insulin, your body's entire energy system gets out of tune, leading to tiredness, cravings, and slow metabolism. 2. It increases fat storage, especially around the belly. You might notice stubborn belly fat that won't go away, even with diet or exercise. That's not just a cosmetic issue, it's a biological signal. When insulin levels are high, your body receives the message: store fat, not burn it. Insulin is a fat storage hormone. Its evolutionary purpose was to help us survive famine. But today, with easy access to refined carbohydrates and sugary foods, insulin is constantly elevated, and the body keeps storing fat around the abdomen. A landmark study in the Journal of Endocrinology and Metabolism found that insulin resistance triggers the liver to convert excess glucose into fat, a process called de novo lipogenesis. Over time, this not only increases belly fat, but also leads to fatty liver, which further worsens insulin sensitivity, a vicious cycle. Belly fat isn't just extra weight. It's metabolically active tissue that releases inflammatory substances called cytokines, which increase the risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even certain cancers. Simple takeaway. When insulin stays high, your body gets stuck in storage mode. The result? More belly fat, more inflammation, and more risk for chronic disease. 3. It affects your brain and mood. Have you ever felt irritable, anxious, or foggy after skipping a meal? That's your brain reacting to unstable blood sugar. The brain depends on glucose for energy, but it's also extremely sensitive to insulin levels. Studies in Nature Reviews Neuroscience show that insulin resistance doesn't just affect the body, it can alter brain function too. When insulin can't effectively deliver glucose to brain cells, it can cause mental fatigue, difficulty concentrating, and memory problems. Some researchers even refer to Alzheimer's disease as type 3 diabetes because of its connection to insulin resistance in the brain. But that's not all. Insulin also influences mood-regulating hormones like serotonin and dopamine. When those levels fluctuate, it can lead to mood swings, irritability, or even depression. Simple takeaway. When your body struggles to use insulin properly, your brain feels it too, leading to mental fog, low mood, and emotional instability. 4. It disrupts hormones and the reproductive system. For many people, especially women, insulin resistance deeply affects hormones. Let's take a look at how. When insulin levels stay high, it stimulates the ovaries to produce more androgens, male hormones like testosterone. This can lead to irregular periods, acne, and hair growth, symptoms commonly seen in polycystic ovary syndrome, POS. Research from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism confirms that insulin resistance is one of the main underlying causes of POS and hormonal imbalance. Men aren't spared either. Chronic insulin resistance can lower testosterone and increase estrogen, leading to reduced energy, mood changes, and even weight gain around the chest and belly. Simple takeaway: insulin isn't just a blood sugar hormone, it's also a hormonal messenger. When it's out of balance, so is everything else, from fertility to mood to metabolism. 5. It fuels inflammation and accelerates aging. This one is big. Chronic insulin resistance doesn't just affect blood sugar, it sets off a slow-burning fire inside your body. That fire is called inflammation, and it's one of the root causes of many age-related diseases. When insulin and blood sugar remain high, they damage your blood vessels, proteins, and cells through a process called glycation, where sugar molecules attach to proteins, forming harmful compounds known as AGEs, advanced glycation end products. These AGEs accelerate cellular aging, reduce collagen in your skin, and increase your risk of heart disease, kidney damage, and nerve problems. Studies published in Diabetes Care have shown that chronic insulin resistance significantly raises inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein, CRP, and interleukin-6, IL-6. That's why people with long-term insulin resistance often experience fatigue, aches, or slower healing. It's not just aging, it's inflammation driven by unstable metabolism. Simple takeaway: insulin resistance doesn't just make you tired, it makes your cells age faster from the inside out. How to support your body and improve insulin sensitivity. Now that we understand how insulin resistance affects your body, let's talk about gentle, science-backed ways to improve it. You don't need drastic diets or extreme workouts, just small, consistent habits. Balance your meals. Include protein, healthy fats, and fiber with every meal to slow glucose absorption. Move daily. Even a 10-minute walk after meals can help your muscles use glucose more effectively. Prioritize sleep. Lack of sleep increases cortisol and worsens insulin sensitivity. Reduce processed carbs and sugar. Choose whole grains, fruits, and vegetables instead of refined foods. Practice stress management. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which raises blood sugar. Deep breathing, meditation, or prayer can truly help. Research shows that even modest improvements in lifestyle, like walking more or improving sleep, can reduce insulin resistance by up to 30% within a few weeks. You don't have to be perfect, just consistent. Conclusion: hopeful, empowering, close. Here's what I want you to remember. Insulin resistance doesn't develop overnight, and it doesn't have to control your life. Your body is incredibly wise and capable of healing when you give it the right tools. Every small choice matters. Every mindful meal, every short walk, every extra hour of sleep, it all adds up. The more you understand your body, the more power you have to nurture it with compassion, not judgment. If this video helped you understand your body a little better, please like it, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe for more science-based health content designed to help you live and feel your best. And remember, your health journey isn't about perfection. It's about progress. One choice, one day, one step at a time. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Stay kind to yourself, stay curious, and keep learning. You deserve to feel good in your body because your health is worth it.